Hey, welcome to the 19th episode of Kicking It with Coach Dubb. I got my special guest, Mr. Bryson Howell. Bryson is a student at Presbyterian that's in transition, correctly? You're in transition.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm transitioning to UNCC.
Transitioning to UNC Charlotte. I coached Bryson for 4 years in football and 3 years in track and field. How you been doing, B?
Man, Coach, I've just been chilling, trying to make it through this quarantine, trying to keep up with people, trying to stay safe out there. How you been?
I've been good. Family been real good.
That's good.
So let's talk a little bit about you. How did your first year go in college, like GPA, academics, and stuff like
Really, honestly, it went smoother than I expected because first year you're trying to get acclimated to the system and the environment that you're in. But my GPA, first semester I made Dean's List, I finished with 393. And this second semester, I think I probably got a B in one class, but I got A's in the rest of them. So it should be still up there in the hot threes, but maybe a 385 lowest. So it should still be up there. I'm liking how it went.
that? No doubt. How did your college season go last year?
Last year, college season, I redshirted this last season, but I wouldn't trade it in because I think it's great. It was a great experience. Learn, you get to see out there. It's hard work for anybody that wants to do it, but that's what you sign up for. You go into it, you put in the work, you go to all the meetings and stuff. It's a big step up from high school, but if you're ready for it, you condition. I feel like a dog can get through it.
No doubt. What was one of the biggest transitions going from high school to college?
Really, just learning how to teach yourself and learn time management. I think those are the two biggest things. Because really, it's a lot of there's no one-on-ones really with your teachers. It's just a lot of presentations. You got to get that. If you don't get that, you can probably get a little group you can study with. But that just learn how to study, be independent with yourself. You got to take care of yourself and time management. Really, if you can manage your time well, you're gonna be very successful in college. If you don't mess up, you're gonna be in trouble.
So, how important is it taking your academics serious in high school?
High school is very important to take academics seriously because that's when the colleges will start looking at you. I mean, starting as soon as you get in the freshman year. So colleges will start looking at you, and you got to keep your GPA up the whole time. You can't think I can take a year off and then work on it later. No, you gotta stay with it. Take good classes. Just try to hard work, put yourself through it because then, especially in those AP classes, if you can take some, that can take a lot of time and money off your schedule. I know I didn't have to take a math in PC because I passed this AP Calc exam. I took a lot off my plate. So really just got to pay attention to those grades that'll help you out in the long run.
No doubt. I remember you being a ninth grader and you just hitting the ground running. Like your ninth grade year, you just hit the ground running academically and athletically. And we'll talk about your athletic career here in a few, but academically, you didn't play any games. Like you took it just as serious as I seen you take it 10th, 11th, 12th grade. Do you want to talk to any rising ninth graders or any current ninth graders on the importance of taking your academic serious in ninth grade?
One thing, like I said before, just I take it seriously from the start because it'll be much harder to bring up something from a 2.5 to a 4.0 than it will be to bring up a 3.5 and probably keep that there in coast. And colleges, 3.5 is a great GPA. Anything a 3.0 is a great GPA. Anything just keep it above that. Make sure you just don't play no games with your GPA your freshman year because that really sets the ground for how you're going to treat the rest of your time in high school.
No doubt. How did your high school experience shape your college life?
I think actually it helped me a lot because MICS it gave I, you go over a lot more stuff in high school than you think that you do in college. Or like even in Miss Stalin's class, I know that we read a lot of poems. Like we spent like maybe like 2 whole months reading poems, analyzing. When I was thinking in class, I was like, "Why are we doing this? I'm not going to use this." And come to find out, my second semester English class is about the pain of poetry. That's what it was called, and I read about half the poems in that class in her class. So I just think like a lot of the stuff you think you're doing for no reason, you probably like you're doing it for a reason. Teachers know what they're doing. MIC has actually helped me a lot more than I thought.
For sure. How did being a student athlete, well, how did sports, period, help shape you as a person?
sports help, like just teamwork in general. The world around you always focus on how you can work with people. From the presentations you got to do in school and in life, that's just how you work with people in your job. You got to trust the people around you and next to you, because that's what really football and just any sports talk, whether it be track, football, basketball, anything. You just got to know how to work with people. I think that's what sports really help me out the most at.
What's some advice you can give to younger students or student athletes looking to be where you're at?
Well, just take everything you do seriously. Whether in the classroom, on the field especially. Listen to people when they give you advice. Take everything that you get, taking what they're saying, because they have been where you're at. They've been in your shoes. If you try to do something on your own, that probably won't work out most of the time. Don't be ashamed to ask for help in some situations, because that's not going to make you the best person. Just do what you can do, ask for help, and listen to advice.
All right, Bryson, anything you've learned from me that has help impact your life?
I think the thing that you taught me the most is that I'm not going to forget. Just don't be my own worst critic. Because remember, we used to have conversations to get on me about that, guys. And I'm a perfectionist for what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get on myself the worst. You'd be like, B, it's all right. We just got to work at it. I think even in the classroom, on the field, my technique, just don't be your own worst critic. You can work at it, do what you got to do, and it'll only get better from there. I remember if you watch film from my back pedal freshman year to my senior year, I mean, it's a whole lot different. So just keep working at what you're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any impersonations of Coach Dubb?
I got some one-on-one Coach Dubb impressions. I know you walk up to somebody, no matter who it was, and I know, like, even to me or somebody from a distance, I know if I see you put your arm around their shoulder that you was asking something outrageous. I know you'd be asking them something outrageous. You'd be like, hey, come here. Especially if probably one of the managers, you'd be like, I need you after practice. Can you move that soccer goal back? No, move the soccer goal. I just got done running 13 sprints. You move this. I just always thought it funny. Whenever you put your arm on their shoulder, I knew it was some outrageous question coming.
No doubt, Bryson. No doubt. Are you ready to get into this fun part?
I'm ready to get into it.
All right, let's get into some videos. All right, Bryson, we're at your freshman year.
Oof.
Which, you know what? Your freshman year was a huge year. You made all conference, which is really unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually the first freshman I coached that made that team as a freshman. So that's a big time accomplishment.
It is.
You had a bunch of tackles, and you took the non-traditional route because, I remember seeing you in practice. You and Adam Bowie and Cooper and a couple other guys, I was sitting over there doing nothing in practice. Not because y'all didn't want to do nothing, just that no one had you doing anything. And so I was with you all. And I had Spivey, and me and Spivey was talking about that. And you guys, y'all made an impact right away that first year, and that was key. I remember playing Hickory Grove. You'll see.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you put a hit on a kid, and you set that tone because they had just put one of our players out. They put a player out.
I remember that. I remember what you're talking about.
Taken out on the stretcher, and you came out that second play, and you let them know, nah, that ain't going to happen again.
We weren't having that. We weren't having that.
All right, let's dive into them. I'm going to show a couple clips.
I remember this. That was that clip you was talking about with Hickory Grove.
Yes. As a freshman coming down making a one-on-one tackle, that's tough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's tough. That's a big jump because the middle school boy is way different from the high school ones, especially on varsity, because we didn't have no JVs that freshman year.
All right, that's some good stuff. And coverage. Okay, B, good coverage. All right, B, we're gonna check out one more clip. That's cool with you?
That's cool with me. As long as it ain't something bad. It probably is. I'm finna laugh.
But we'll see. All right, B, this ain't bad. This actually is good. It's just senior clips. I want to go
Cool.
from your freshman to your senior clips. And then after we finish watching it, we'll break it down. Give me that. You fought for that.
Yeah. To this day, I don't know why I threw that pass.
Ooh. All right, B, we just went from your freshman year to your senior year. So much development within that time. And before you get into it, I just want to talk about that development. Being able to come in your ninth grade year, making an immediate impact on a very talented team. We just didn't have no continuity at that time. And then your sophomore year going in and us being a much better team, bringing that continuity together. And then finish it on your senior year. Do you want to talk about that that transition?
Really, it's funny. I don't like to talk about it a lot. I came into MICS wanting to be a quarterback. And if you told me I would have gone to college and even beyond as a safety, as DV, I probably would have believed it, but I wouldn't. I would have told you I was being a quarterback first. And when they threw me in that fire, we ain't gonna say much more than that. It didn't turn out well.
Yeah.
I just remember a lot of good, great coaches. I remember Coach Hunter, Coach Baker pushing me like, yeah, you got it. It's like, you got what it takes. Come over here and start and make an impact on defense. I said, yes, sir. I trusted what y'all had. And I think that really gave me the confidence to go out there, because when y'all trusted me, I knew I could do it. Like, even the size difference, I knew I had it.
I remember size not matter. Like, you hit anybody. Remember that big back from Bessemer City? Like, you didn't care. You'll tee off on whoever.
Got to.
And I noticed, like, you was really put in a difficult situation. Obviously, when I was assistant coach at the time, you was put in a bad situation where you was forced to quarterback at Bessemer City. And you was kind of thrown in there and not really guided in that situation. And I knew you was a good quarterback. You was a really good, talented quarterback. And you was thrown in a situation where for most people, and I got to give it to you, B, you didn't lose your confidence. You didn't lose your confidence. Even if you felt it inside, you didn't lose it. And I was like, man, it's not too many grown men that can bounce back from making those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And you bounce right back, and you was like, well, it's cool. I'll go and make this impact on defense. And you made a greater impact on defense. Because remember, at that point, the position you was playing, that was key, because we had a kid there that was really one of our best players.
Oh, yeah.
And we took him out because he had to go and play quarterback, I believe, at the time, or slot. It was something. And we took him out of that position, and that was a big hole for us. And we was making the transition, and you went in there because you had to come downhill and make that hit as well as cover over the top. And you played it just as better than any senior that could have played it. That was some good stuff, B.
Thank you, Coach. I really love that nickel position. Being in there, be in the box sometimes, be outside the box, covering the slots. I got to come down, got to cover it. It takes a lot to do that position. I love what it takes. But really, I remember being in that meeting room and them going, hey, you playing this next game? I was like, yes, sir. I have what it takes. I was ready to go in there and make an impact.
And you did that nickel. You played that nickel well because, B, you rerouted well, like you got your hands on guys well. You wasn't just gonna let someone just come off that line and and get into their breaks or their routes and stuff. You really got into them and you got up in their stuff. And man, I mean, salute to you, B. And you was the longest tenured MICS player at that time. You went from ninth grade to 12th grade. You had more experience, and you didn't bat an eye. And it was a lot of adversity you fought, and you handled it, B. And that's why I'm proud of you to this day. But I knew it because you come from a great family. Your father's a great man. I know he prepared you for that. And the big thing was you endured it and you got through it, and it didn't scar you.
Yes, sir.
You ready to get into another portion of it?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, B. What's up?
Woo. I don't remember when this was taken, but I vividly remember wearing that shirt. Like, I remember that shirt in my, closet and in my drawers. And I don't know where it is now, but I used to wear that thing all the time. Just because I love that movie. It's a Spider-Man 2 shirt.
So you was a Spider-Man fan?
Oh, I still am. It's funny because I'm terrified of spiders, though. I'll say that. I'm terrified of spiders, but I love Spider-Man.
Okay. So what is this on your jeans? Is that?
I think that's a Spider-Man logo too. That's probably. I think it is. That's his face.
Oh, that's clutch. That's clutch, B. Good picture. Good picture. Look just like your dad in this picture. Obviously, you look just like him.
I carry his jeans well.
Yes, you did. But good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's talk a little bit about this. What do family mean to you?
Family is everything to me. Family is how I got where I am. Just their guidance, pushing me to do what I do, accepting what I choose, accepting me as me. That's what family is. They don't push me to do nothing that wouldn't benefit me. They understand my point of views and they take my stuff into consideration. So that's why I love them. I love my family and I wouldn't change it for the world.
No doubt. Let's talk a little bit about mom. How's mom?
Dukes. She the one holding it down. She holding it down in the fort. She the one getting up, especially right now during this quarantine. She having to work at home and at the little home office, 8 hours a day, waking up early, getting off at 4. Then she takes the time off, her little hour break, and just to cook and clean and do everything. I try about as much as I can, but see a soldier. I salute her every day.
No doubt. Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
All right, Pops.
Oh. This is the first camp I went to at Catawba. I remember this. I couldn't tell you a thing I did at the camp, but I remember going to it. Ooh, so I'm gonna put on a little bit of weight.
Yeah, this is ninth grade. Now I'm gonna tell you about this picture. I showed your dad this picture, right? Back then, because I took this picture and I showed your dad. He was like, "Dang, Bryson's taller than me."
That's the time he realized it.
He realized, but I think he already knew. But this was like, okay, I can literally see it now. He's taller than me because you've been a big boy. You've been a tall boy. But let's talk a little bit about your dad. Your dad, cool, man, smooth dude, man. Definitely one of my brothers.
Yep, always got the glasses on outside. Even in the wintertime, he keep them things on. He's cool with it. And I think he's the one really that helped me. I remember with anything football related. I mean, he helped me through. He supported anything I wanted. I remember in the beginning, he was even, getting me some one-on-one quarterback training in the beginning. And then, he told me about all these camps. So we went to them. He was the one always going, driving me there. He was with us all the games we went to at colleges. I mean, he was the one always supporting me, driving me to camps, paying for these camps. I had to pay him back, sometimes. So I try to get him as much of these free camps and stuff, free stuff. These Nike camps, these openings, Under Armour All-American camps. I try to pay him back everything I do, but I just thank him every day for what he did and what he continues to do and just supporting me and what I want to do.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to D, man.
Shout out to him.
All right, siblings. I know y'all are a close-knit family.
Yeah.
Y'all are close. Talk about your sibling bond with your siblings.
It's funny because I'm the middle one, so I think I'm probably closest to both of them. And it's just, you see Kendrick right there's an old picture when he was a little baby, and I remember the day he was born, and it was like 8 a.m. and I was mad. I was like, this boy coming into the world so early, like he better be good, and he is. And hey, he the best brother I could have asked for. He may be getting annoying sometimes, but hey, that's just what he does. And my sister, I don't ever remember a time without her, cause she always been here, and she's everything. She helps me through a lot. I can go to her. I can talk about anything. She talks to me about her stuff. I talk to her about mine. And we really, I bond both of them real tight. We real close, all of us.
Is it weird looking at your sister, like when y'all look at each other because y'all look so much alike? And that's like the girl version. That's what you would look like as a girl.
like I know myself. Like if I was a girl, I'd just be her. Like, looking at her, like I don't see it. Like just looking at us like face to face, side by side. Looking at this picture, I can see it now. Obviously, we all look like my daddy.
Y'all all look like your dad.
You can't deny like the way his kids.
No doubt. All right. The legend of number 9.
Number 9, always. That's forever. That's forever. That's funny. I don't even remember these jerseys. I still got my number 9 jersey from that time, my black one, in the drawer. I still got it. I kept that thing. Ain't nobody wearing that.
Absolutely. Look, but how, like, you're being introduced to football. And obviously, you was good, from what I hear, immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you was a stud. You was one of the best players.
That's nice.
How was that feeling?
Really, I remember. I think I had a chip on my shoulder coming in, really, because my birthday, it's August 8th. I remember the cutoff, because I went to join one year, and the cutoff was August 1st. And my dad went in there, and the dude denied us. He was like, yeah, he can't play. He's underage. And that was like, his birthday is in 7 days. He can't come in and play now. He was like, no, so rules are rules. I remember I was mad. I was like, man, I can't wait to get on that field and just show them what I could do. Show them they missed out on me. So I just went in there. I knew I had to prove something. So I just went in there and did the best I could do. And I got that number 9 was the first number I got, and I just stuck with it all the way through. And I had that thing as long as it was available. That was mine.
That's a good number. You wore it in high school, all through your high school career?
Mm-hmm. I got to keep with it.
Well, if you had to pick another number, what would it have been? Let me guess.
20.
Because I was going to guess 8.
I did, yeah. I wore 8 in middle school because 9 was taken. I wore 8 in middle school, but like I wouldn't have taken 8 in high school. Like even after pre, I wouldn't have taken 8 because I couldn't imagine anybody else had that number.
You said 20 something. What would the number been?
21 or 22.
Okay, Dion.
Maybe 21.
Dion. Okay.
Yeah, prime time. I gotta stay with it.
All right. So we talk about your youth career, and I mean you scoring touchdowns left and right. You want to talk? Do you remember this picture? Do you remember this moment?
I don't remember the exact picture, but I remember because this was time back. You playing little kids. You just put your best guys to your skill position. I remember Coach Hunter. Fun fact, he was our head coach back then. I remember it's probably my second year, 2008. So this is it was me, we had Christian and Gabe on the team still. I remember CJ, because of my birthday, he was always like 2 years ahead. So I had to play 2 years down. Or no, just maybe like a year down, not 2 years, but CJ was always 2 years ahead. And I remember we ran a wishbone offense, and I was a quarterback, and we had Corlin in the backfield, and we was lethal with it. Like you don't know what we was doing. I used to have these silver juke moves. They couldn't touch me with that. I lost it now. High school I couldn't do it because I didn't run the ball no more. But I used to be. I remember juking kids out back in then.
Yeah, it looked like wasn't nobody gonna catch you. Ain't nobody in these pictures looked like they.
Yeah. That's touchdown. That's touchdown.
Well, that was definitely a touchdown. All right, we just talked about him a little bit. Coach Ronnie Lump Hunter. This is your head coach.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The legend, the GOAT.
I remember because like guys call him Coach Hunter, but like it feels weird me calling him that because like I remember when I was 8 years old, he said, "Call me Coach Ronnie." I said, yes, sir. So, like, even when I see him now, I call him Coach Ronnie by his first name. And that may be weird to someone. Like, that's how I address him. That's how it's always been. And he always stuck with me.
No doubt. And Lump, well, Coach Ronnie, it's more than just a coach, more than just a mentor, but he's been like an uncle. Like he's guided you. What's the impact? Let's
I've
talk
been to
about
his
the impact.
birthdays. I've been to his birthdays. I mean, he's been to mine. I've been close with him. And, Christian, we always been tight. Our whole lives, we growing up together. He done taught me as much. Like you say, he's like an uncle to me. And I go over there, and he know about what I'm doing. I know about how he's going on. My dad always keep in touch with him. By every other day, they on the phone talking hours at a time, just like y'all be. So he always up to date. It's me. He's like family because I know he got what's best in mind for him.
Absolutely. And please tell me, B, you got a Coach Ronnie impersonation. Please. I'm waiting for it.
Hey, DV every single day. Here we go. He run over there trotting. Here we go. All right, ball drills. And that's how he would start off every day. And I remember, I knew practice started once he said, "Here we go," and put that whistle in his mouth.
Oh, he was ready. Hey, shout out to Ronnie.
Shout out to him.
Good man. Let me leave that. Great guy.
Great man. Love him.
It added on. This is one of my favorite pictures of all time.
It's like a Kentucky boy.
This is my favorite picture.
Kentucky. Man, I remember.
Go ahead, babe. I'm listening.
All right, I think this was the second game we went to because I think the first was Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my dad came up to me. He was like, "You want to go to this Kentucky game?" I was like, "Kentucky? Like Kentucky? Like we going all the way out there?" He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get up and drive there." And I remember just making that drive. I think JP rode with us. And we was just vibing the whole way there. We was like, man, I can't wait to get there because I didn't know what to expect. They fed us. They did all this. We was back there. You was walking us through it. Pre and them, y'all had done this before. Or it was probably Christian's first time going through all this. You see Coach Ronnie like having a great time. I just remember having a great time at this first game and seeing them, just the swag and the feel of the big football atmosphere. I just loved it. I loved the whole thing.
I like that because this was the time when we was really just like having fun. It wasn't anything crazy. We was really having fun. And, I remember the mascot came by. We was over there making noise. And y'all was just, it looked like y'all had been there before. And that's one thing that y'all always was mature. You see Gabe up there and Corlin, Coach Ronnie's hiding Corlin. You
see Gabe and Corlin up there.
JP and Jaron and you, Pre over there. You remember that? You remember the place we went to? Coach Ronnie put us on the Apple. Was it the Apple Barn?
The Apple Barn. We went to the Apple. No, I don't even remember going there.
It was like they had the best food. We stopped in Tennessee because we had to come through Tennessee, and Coach Ronnie had us.
I know what you're talking about that. Okay, in Tennessee, you said Tennessee that got me. Hey, I don't know how you knew about that place, but that place was smacking.
It was smacking, yeah.
It was smacking.
Shout out to Coach Ronnie for putting us in the Apple Barn.
Put us on the Apple Barn.
All right, B.
Oof.
Let's talk about this picture here. You look happy.
It's a facade. I always hated these pictures because they always made my hairline look bad. And in my defense, it was not the best in this picture.
Well, you got the little stash growing?
Yep, the beginning of it, little start of it.
It was starting in.
It was starting to fill in. That's the first thing. That's the only thing I can get to grow because everything else, we're working on that.
You working on it? All right.
Working on that.
All right, so freshman year. Now you don't got any look. What is this look right here? Freshman look.
I couldn't even tell you. That's just I got something to prove. You just got to show it, and it looked funny because I'm just so skinny. I think I was about 140 coming in. but like on a 6-foot frame, that looked real small.
Yeah, you was a big boy. Like you was tall. Like you
Mm-hmm.
had height. It was always just adding the muscle and adding the weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard you like your days like, man, I don't know what to do. He eat all the time. Like, I don't know. You trying to get you to eat and stuff like that.
I
But
think it's because we was always active. You know, football, that's a year-round sport. So I think I eventually, I think the highest I got was like 160, but junior and senior year. And I ended up, this year I got to 170 right after the season ended, right after college football ended. Because right there, like during the season, you kind of try to maintain weight in college. After the season, that's when that winter workouts, you try to prepare. You really start eating right because you're not spending as many calories as you would.
mm-hmm.
But in high school, we was always on the go. Like as soon as the season ended, you maybe got like a month off before you go on 7-on-7. And you know, cycle starts all over again, spring ball, and just roll into the season.
For sure. All right, this that look. You locked it. Like people don't realize, Bryson, like you was a different person. When you got in that zone and you played ball, this that look. Like you ready.
Man, before the games, I remember I used to always get my nap in, and if I didn't get my nap, I was mad. And if I didn't get a nap, I didn't play good. I don't care where that nap was, I always had to get it in, and if I didn't, this is what I look like. And I'd be upset. But even without the nap, man, with the nap, I'd be a different zone. Because once you put that helmet on, step on that field, it's different. Them Friday night lights hits, and you just gotta turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
Speaking of Friday night lights, it's that same year going into well, no, actually it's going into your junior year.
Junior, I think, yeah.
Going to your junior year. Special pictures.
Mm-hmm. I
I
remember
love
taking these on the field at night, feeling like big shots. You know, we got these new uniforms looking all nice. Big step up from what we had. I just like even just to step up with the stadium, everything was done. Like you look at it from freshman to senior year. I mean, we added so much stuff. It looks beautiful out there. I'm just liking how we looking like a program. And I love it. I remember I was excited. I was excited to get the season underway, taking these.
no doubt. Shout out to Coach, Michael Strauss for
Yep.
these pictures for us.
My man had a monopoly on the school.
All right, so senior year, right? Enjoying, like you was really laid back. I remember you being real laid back. Is that Chloe back there?
Probably, yeah. I think, yeah, it is because you got a PC hat on.
Yep. So you guys, man, like you locked into who you were as a person your senior year. I just seen a different Bryson, like, and I'm talking about from January to graduation. Like you really locked into who you were and you got a chance to really explore, and just kind of come out of your shell. Because everyone used to think, oh, Bryson's shy. I'm like, no, Bryson ain't shy. You got to know Bryson. If Bryson knows you, he'll open up to you. Because we'll be in the weight room. We be cracking jokes left and right.
Left and right. We'll be going in. We'll be going in.
So I'm like, nah, Bryson is funny. Like he's really, really funny. But you got to know him. He's just not gonna open up to you. I think from January to June at that time, you just opened up, man. You blossomed, I would say.
Thank you, sir. That's really because I felt like I had my next year figured out. I finally, because that was after I had just committed to PC. We signed that letter. I was like, I know what I'm doing. I got my life going on senior year. I got good grades. I just got to keep this up. Really, I was just worried about just keeping up what I had because I felt like I was in a good spot at that time, and I was really happy with what I was doing.
Well, I like to shout out Chloe because Chloe helped you come out your shell a lot.
Oh yeah,
y'all
lot.
Tag team, like y'all did y'all work, dynamic duo. Y'all got y'all work done. So shout out to Chloe.
Shout out to Chloe. She my day one.
It's always good to have a day one. That's it. You
good.
You get a day one because I got one. I married my day one, right? Keep her. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just saying, day one. I love this picture. You shared this moment with your sister. We talked about her earlier. What did that mean to see her walk across the stage and graduate?
Oh, this was beautiful. I almost shed a tear. I don't cry, but I almost shed a tear watching her go across the stage because I just seen the struggle she had to go through at times. Now I remember seeing her just get so emotional in front of me, but like how she was struggling, how she didn't know how she was going to deal with all this college. You know, she's got to work, she's got this tuition because she just changed her major so much before she figured out really what she wanted to do. And once she figured that out, I could just see that hustle and determination in her. And seeing her, like she had to spend 5 years in college because she changed her major, and seeing her finally walk across that stage and get it over with, it was so proud. I was so proud of her to see her do that.
Yeah,
It was beautiful to see her that moment.
and I can imagine Bryson, by like you said, you was a middle child, by you having a great role model in your sister that said, you know what, you have no option but to go to college, right? Like,
I had no option.
and she set that good example. And shout out to your sister for that because she's a great example for you and your brother. So all you're gonna do is carry in that legacy, and then Kendrick, he knows, okay, I know the stuff I gotta do. So it's a good dynamic there.
Yeah, I mean, she always had good grades, even in high school, college. She always had good grades and keeping it up. I remember I was always trying to chase her and be like her. And Kendrick, he was 12. She was 12 when he was born, so he didn't really get to see her and going all through his grades and stuff. I think really she's the smartest of all of us. Hopefully she don't watch us to see that. But she's the smartest of all of us. I think Kendrick gonna end up being the most athletic because that boy already played basketball better than I do.
I agree. I seen Kendrick hit a kid, and obviously, Justice was playing from Academy, right?
Yep.
Kendrick come down, so Justice like, man, Kendrick coming down here teeing off on people, right?
That boy, Kendrick was mad. His boy went against him.
All I know, the boy went back the other way, and I was like, "Is that Kendrick?" Kendrick had him flying. So I definitely agree. Kendrick's a thumper, but he got a lot of his qualities. That thumper mentality, got hard nose. Yep. I'ma smack you.
Hey, cause he used to me beating him up here at the house.
No doubt.
But gotta keep an edge.
All right, graduation. You graduated. What was this feeling like?
Oh, I remember walking across that stage, shaking people's hands. And I remember Ms. Watson, shaking Ms. Watson's hand the most. She was like, "Congratulations, Bryson." And that made me so happy. Because fun fact, she always called me Carrington. Because she genuinely thought that I was Carrington Brown, who graduated before me. Like, I was like, "You taught me." But she's like, "Congratulations, Bryson." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." Because she was a great teacher. And I remember walking across the stage and he's putting that cap and gown on. And when you first get that cap and gown, you're like, wow, this is really, like, this is going to happen. Like, you watch all these movies and graduations, you're like, wow, I get to be a part of this. It's a special moment. And I want anybody to, like, graduation, I can't understate how good it feels. To finally see it's over with.
Shout out to Miss Watson, Miss Diane Watson.
Yeah, Mama Watson.
Any teachers? I know you was close with Miss Stallings. You was close with Miss Tosin. You want to talk about any of your other teachers?
I like all my teachers for real. Like coming up, I think I probably like my science teachers the most. Like as a group, and I don't know. There's no teacher at MICS I can say that I didn't like.
Well, that's
no teacher. So that's good. I'm close with Mr. Wiley. I'm close with everybody. I like everybody at that school. I just really hope. Like I tried to go back and come and see him, but COVID happened.
This happened, exactly.
This happened. I really wanted to go back. I wanted to see Miss Myers, walk in there and say hi to everyone in Miss Stallings' class. So I loved her teacher there. They all taught me something different. They all helped me for college.
Shout out to the entire staff, teaching staff.
The entire staff.
Now, you know that was a nerd answer, Bryson, right?
Hey, that's all right. I got to see Mr. Stager, too. Boy.
Oh, Stags. Stager's still doing it. He's
Matty Stags. I got to ask him about Buffalo.
Oh, man. He's on a high right now about Buffalo.
He's on a high.
Because they picked to win the conference.
Yeah, because Buffalo finally doing something nice.
So now I got to hear about this. So
every day.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to hear Matt bragging about Buffalo beating New England. So hopefully,
I never thought I'd see the day.
Me neither. I was like,
I never thought I'd see the day.
then Tom Brady had to go to Tampa Bay, man. Come on,
And
Brady.
hey, it's all right. I'm a Panthers fan, and we just tanked. So
Tanking for Trevor.
we tanking for Trevor right now.
Good way
We
to
gotta go
tank.
against Brady Gronk twice a year.
Andrew, Drew Brees.
Yep.
That's tough, man. All right, talk a little bit about this picture.
This picture, remember, this was that official visit I went to. And honestly, it was pretty nice. I remember getting on campus and I was like, this campus, it's kind of small. But like, you get on the campus and you live there for a while and you get used to it. It's a nice, homey campus. It's not too much walking. Like, you could take a bike if you need to, but really you don't need one. I remember just being there and seeing the facilities and I was like, I could get used to this. Because, MICS, we didn't even have a real locker room. Because like locker rooms we got, they real small. And just seeing like we had a whole locker room just reserved for football only. Like each sport got their own locker room, and just seeing everything that goes on and how they did stuff, all these uniforms, meeting the coaches. Hey, I love the place.
All right, Bryson. We just wrapped up the pictures. Any last advice for any student athletes out there, students? Just some closing words.
Just keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. Try to stay on top of everything you do. Make sure you do everything to the best of your ability. You're a student athlete on the field. Make sure you grind it, but be better than the next person. Because college is looking at everybody around you, and what's going to set you apart. And that's in the classroom too. What's going to set you apart with your grades, with your resume across from the other people trying to get into that same college. So just staying on the grind and keep pushing yourself. That's all I gotta say.
Any last shout outs, B?
Shout out to everybody watching this, because you are real ones. Because thank you for spending your time watching me talk to my coach.
For sure. Well, I'm gonna tell you something, B. In closing, man, it was a pleasure coaching you. I know you're destined for greatness. There's certain young men that you coach and is bigger. I feel like that about all my players, but it was something about you, B. You had a keen and superpower of locking in on your goals. Like when you said you was gonna do something, you did it, and that's what I remember most. And I know you're gonna make a great impact in this world. Just keep doing what you're doing. And if you ever need coach, I'm here for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you for everything you done for me, man. For real.
Love you, B. Hey, you know where I'm at?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna hit you up, Coach. Appreciate it. Love you, man.
All right, no doubt.
All right.